The original computer we had didn't even have the horsepower to create the intro you just saw. But when it died, we decided to build one that's got a little bit more horsepower. Let's get started. I chose the Asus board, the Maximus 13 Apex, because for DaVinci, from what I understand, it'll be a pretty quick little board. I chose the Vengeance RGB Pro SL memory because it's 3600 megahertz, and I figured if I'm putting a clear case together, I might as well have a little bit of color involved too. Okay, one more part to go. Let's get this in and move on to the next step. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the processor on the motherboard. It's our 11900K Intel i9 unlocked. Want to make sure you get this one right side up. Don't want to tear anything up doing it. I do like the processor clip on this motherboard. Feels nice and sturdy. So let's get our fan in place. Very gently, of course. Okay, it appears as though we're all sunk in. I spent a lot of time staring at cases trying to figure out which one to use for this. I wanted something that was cool enough, but very functional. And I used 2 DVD drives and 3 hard drives. And it's kind of hard to find a case that's got the slots for these anymore. So let's go ahead and put them in. First we'll do the CD drives. Okay, that one goes on the bottom. Nice to hear it click in like that. Okay, that one goes up top. Okay, they look good. They went in just that easy. Okay, earlier we pushed all the wires through to the other side just to make it nice and neat for the finished product. So now we're going to bring one back here for the power for the CD and DVD drives. Put one here and one here. So it's all about neatness. And actually, in the name of neatness, we'll do this just a little different. Let's step them down one. We'll use you here. We'll pull you back through. And we'll put you up top. That's about as nice as that's going to look. Okay, let's go ahead and hook up our SATA cables. You got the one on the bottom. One for the top. Okay, very nice. That's it for those. Now let's put the hard drives in. This is the only drawback I can find to this case, is the little ends break off these super easy. There we go. Okay, now let's spin her around and wire these guys in. And there's what her backside looks like so far. That's the one we just wired into the DVD player. So now we'll choose another 3-wire set for our hard drives. We'll take this one, doesn't really matter, but it found me first. We'll go bottom up doing it just so the wires aren't in our way. That's one. Okay. That's 2, and that's 3. And this is one of the things I really liked about this case was the wire management. Having the holes in all the right places means it's going to look pretty slick when we're done. Okay, now we'll run our SATA cables. There's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. And we'll take these, and since we know when the motherboard goes in, it's going to be right up here. Well, let me look. Yes, actually it'll be down here where it comes through. So we'll go ahead and run those through right there. And we'll come back to the other side where we did our DVD drive, and we'll run these in through here, and they'll come back out here also. Now for the fun part, installing the motherboard. We'll lay her in very gently. Keeping weight off of her. And there it goes. Okay, the first thing we'll do is plug in all our hard drives. That's 1. And that's 2. And that's 3. And our 2 disk drives are over here in 4 and 5. Where are you at, buddy? There you are. Actually, yes, I still want him here. These are nothing but crowded. And the connectors that came with it didn't really allow for you to easily elbow it. They elbowed the wrong direction. So we'll tuck all these guys in here. Neaten it up a bit. Definitely something you want to do as you go. Making it look good. This is how we're doing it. This is more about end result than ease of installation. This is our fan up here. There we go. Plug our fan in. Run that wire across here. Okay, let's plug in our fan. There we go. Okay, so far so good. So let's do our power switch, which I believe is these 2. Let's do our, who's next? Hard drive LED, that would go over here. There you go. Let's do our reset switch goes down here. go. Only thing left are the hard drive LEDs. Okay. What have we got here, buddy? Nice and gentle. And there she is. So for this one, we'll come in low, and we'll come in right under, right next to it. Straighten up our connectors and clip her in. There's one, and here's the other one. Oh, did those backwards. Let's do this one first. When I say backwards, I mean that the connectors were fine, but it'll be easier to plug this one in than with the other one due to the length of the cable. So now we come over here for this one, and we'll tuck him under. Okay, and we heard a double click, so we're happy with that. After more than a little bit around and adding a couple extra wires here and there, she's ready to go. The USB 3 was a little bit fiddly to get in, and she came out pretty neat. So now we're going to move her over to her new home and start her up and see what she looks like. And there it is, it's completed. And started up the first time and didn't give me any issues at all. Running the old one for 10 years, going over to this one, it just simply amazed me, the speed difference. Now the old one was an i7 with a 3.4 gigahertz processor, but the new i9 11900, that thing's a beast. And of course having the great big RTX 3060 Ti video card doesn't hurt either. My rendering speed has gone through the roof in DaVinci. I've gone from 10 frames a second to almost 400.